Do you ever feel like your outfit looks a bit messy and polished, but you can't quite pinpoint why? I have noticed it often comes down to four styling mistakes. They are easy to overlook, but make a huge difference. And surprisingly, they're all connected. I always hated how my barrel leg pants look with my winter coats. I think this outfit looks off. The second one looks much more cohesive. I believe the problem is not that the coat is partially covering the pants, but rather that the curved line of the pants is colliding with the straight line of the coat. Because the lines don't match each other, they start to compete. In this outfit, coat and pants share the same line, down, slightly outward, and straight. So even though part of the pants is covered by the coat, the outfit follows the same line. I finally bought a shorter winter jacket to go with my barrel leg pants. Now the entire curved line of the pant stays visible and the outfit feels much cleaner to me. So now when putting together an outfit, I look at the lines of the items and if they match or interrupt each other. But the vertical lines aren't the only thing that matters. The horizontal breaks are just as important. His first outfit feels busy and a bit unflattering to me, while the second one appears much calmer and more intentional. When I compared them, I noticed that actually both outfits have a lot of horizontal breaks, places where one item ends and the next one begins. But in the second outfit, the breaks sit exactly where the body changes from tapering to widening again. For example, the waist, the ankles, the wrist. And because we expect a change in these places, the changing color of our clothes feels natural instead of disruptive. If instead, like in the second outfit, the breaks happen at random places, your eye keeps stopping there instead of moving on smoothly. We lose that natural feeling. I think that adding one unexpected break can actually make the outfit feel more interesting, less predictable. But once you get to two or three breaks, the outfit quickly starts to look messy. So now I pay attention to where pieces end and if that matches my body. Not only the lines affect how we read an outfit, color plays a big role as well. I love the colors in this outfit, but it always felt off to me. This look feels much more balanced. I think the difference is in how the colors are distributed. In this first look, everything is similar size blocks, so the eye doesn't have a clear place to land. It keeps jumping around, not knowing where to go next. But in the second outfit, we have a clear hierarchy. We have one dominating color, a supporting one, and a small accent. This gives the eye a clear path through the outfit. A simple rule of thumb I try to follow is 60, 30, 10. Most in one color, less in another, and then just a touch of a third. It doesn't have to be exact. Having one color take the lead makes a big difference. Even if the colors are well balanced, something else can make the outfit feel off. Wide leg denim pants never worked for me, and that really frustrated me because in theory they should. But then I noticed that denim creates all these diagonal and horizontal folds. These wool pants feel much more polished to me. At first, I thought the difference was simple. Some fabrics create folds and others don't. But then I realized that's not actually true. When I move, wool pants crease as well. The difference is in how the fabric behaves after the movement stops. In slightly stiffer fabrics like denim, the folds are sharper and tend to stay. But in softer, more fluid fabrics, the folds fall back into place much quicker, returning to that clean look. My problem was actually never the fit, it was the fabric. I just didn't realize it. Once you start noticing this, it is really hard to unsee. But if I am ever unsure, I move around an item, perhaps even film myself to see how the fabric behaves. I don't have this problem with all of my denim pieces. For example, my barrel leg pants work much better for me. So semi-stiff fabrics like denim aren't bad in general. They just need cuts that don't rely on the fabric falling cleanly. So now, before buying something, I look not only at fit and color, but also at how the fabric folds. And I realized that for these four styling mistakes, it all came down to the same base issue. Something was interrupting the visual flow of the outfit. Sometimes it was the fabric, sometimes the lines or the color, but the effect was the same. So if an outfit ever feels off to you, don't only look at the pieces, but also at the way your eye moves through it. When it comes to deciding which colors to combine, having a versatile color palette for your wardrobe is essential. I share a slightly nerdy but very effective method to do just that in this video.